Hello once again to another photo chat. This is a series of videos where I just take a photo from the past and talk about it. Right, so once again this is from my old bedroom, so we're looking at a different wall this time. I do believe this was taken in 1994, so 2 years from the other photo. So this where we're looking at no, the other photo was the other side of the wall. Well, yeah, this is a different wall, as I said. So won't talk about the cars just yet. We'll talk about what's on the shelf. So let's start here, shall we? So we got some whole Commodore 64 tapes there, by the looks of it, compilation packs. So let me try and guess what these compilation packs are. I think this is Game Set and Match. I think that had 10 games on it, all sporting games, something like that. Was it Game Set and Match, or was it something else? I can't remember. All I know, it had 10 sporting games on it. Remember, they had one was a skiing game, or Winter Olympics type of game. Well, Winter Games or nothing like that. It was something completely different. This compilation pack here, I think, is We Are the Champions. That had five games on it, all pretty good. This is the Giants pack, I'm guessing. That also had 5 games on it. This was the Dumark pack with quizzy type games. That came free with the Commodore 64. This one, I'm not quite clear on that. Night Moves, maybe? That might have come free with the Commodore 64. This. Now, what could this be? Looking at the sky blue, could that have been the box version of Afterburner, maybe? I don't know. This is Solid Gold. That had 5 games on it. Next to that, that's the... now, I do recognise it, but Challenges or something like that. That had a few games on it. Now, what's that? Don't know what that is. Can't tell. Now, this was... I think this was a elite, not an elite pack, a Firebird pack. It had... I know one of the games was Elite. Even though I did have Elite, it was a game I never played. So yeah, that was the Elite pack. Don't know what that one was then. What is that? It's a brown box. I don't know what that is. This I don't know what that is. These I don't know. That's F16, I can tell that. And I don't know what these are. That looks like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Didn't know I had that back in the day on the Commodore 64. Oh, wait a minute. One of these might be RoboCop 2 on cartridge. That one may be. I don't know. I don't know what that is. That looks like Ironman Stewart's Off-Road. Can't tell what these are. Super Monaco Grand Prix, maybe one of them. I don't know. Such a long time ago. Right, so we can see some Commodore 64 games. Now, where would be my Amiga games? Because I had an Amiga at this point. Well, I had 2 Amigas at this point, so the games might have been... I know what the games... Because I might have put the boxes in the loft, because I put my floppy disks in floppy disk boxes to save space. So all the boxes of the Amiga games was in the loft. That's what I'm guessing. So it would have been along this wall. Yeah, this wall. There, the wall next to the airing cupboard, what you saw the other day. Yeah. I'm guessing. So what's this then? These looks like manuals. That's a manual, maybe. I don't know what the manual... What's that? I don't know. Right, so it looks like my filing cabinet. So that's got bits and pieces in it. Don't know what. Right, so what do we have here? I don't know what that book is. So that looks like a photo album. Can't remember what photos were in there at the back in the day. And that book there That is actually a Haynes Ford Sierra book. Yeah, a Ford Sierra book. I had a Ford Sierra back in the day. Yeah, so that was a Ford Sierra Haynes book. Yeah. Right, so we've covered that. Right, so let's cover... Oh, we've got some videotapes here. That was my film collection. Believe it or not. That was a very small film collection right there. Yeah, so what we have here, I can probably recognise some of these. That looks like a VHS version of A Fish Called Wonder. Well, they're all VHS because DVDs didn't exist back in 1994. So everything was VHS. So that looked like it could be A Fish Called Wonder. That's Iron Eagle. That could be Beverly Hills Cop 2. And could that possibly be A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3? Because I remember I bought these off my mate. Fish Called Wonder, Beverly Hills Cop 2 and Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. I bought them off my mate at school. Yeah. So an Iron Eagle I might have bought off another friend. So they're the only 4 original ones that you could say. The rest, look at them. The rest of the movie collection was on tape. So this would have been back in the day where I used to record stuff off the telly. Don't know why I put the cases out on show, not the tape, so I can tell what the tape is. Don't know why that is. Because I've got them, look, all in like Memorex, Scotch, whatever they are, Bush tapes, BASF, Memorex tapes, Scotch tapes, Pie tapes, are they? Dixon's tapes, and these I do believe are Comet tapes and a head cleaner. So these would have been full of films that possibly I've taped off the telly, because I know we did have Sky, but I don't know if we had any of the film channels at that point. I can't remember now, but I know they were all full of films, and I think there was there might have been a few with comedy classics from the TV. I can't remember now. I honestly can't remember. Yeah, so we see we've got a speaker up there. So I had a couple of Goodman speakers at that time, I think, which my dad gave me. I know one of the bass speakers were knackered, so I replaced both bass speakers in each speaker. One of them was fine, but because I decided to change them both. Yeah, I don't have those Goodman speakers anymore. I don't know what happened to them. I think I slung them. I don't know. Nothing wrong with them. But I know I bought a pair of Jamos the following year off my mate, so I probably just slung them away because the Jamos were much better, which I still have now. Right. Okay. I don't know what that folder contained. I do like to collect a lot of crap. Right, okay, this is probably where people ain't gonna have interest in these cars, but if there's anybody out there that was interested in radio controlled cars, then stay tuned. So this was another interest of mine, as well as computing and gaming. Back in the early 90s, I used to be into radio controlled cars, and my mate down the street, and I had also another mate across the road, also had a few radio controlled cars, so we used to go racing in the street with them. Right, let's talk about each one. Right, so this is my Toyota Hilux truck. So as I said, I bought these from about 1990 to about, I don't know, 1992, 1993. I used to have more than these. I used to have more than this. It was quite an expensive hobby, so if you was a school kid, there was absolutely no way you could afford it. This is the time I started working, so I could afford it. Yeah, so I do believe, what was the first one I bought? This one. So this would be a Terra Sculpture, but it didn't start life as a Terra Sculpture. it actually started life as a Thunder Dragon. Same sort of same chassis, same running gear, same car layout. The only difference was the Thunder Dragon did not have independent front dampers, and that caused a problem with suspension, because having one damper that controls two suspension arms didn't work properly. So I got an upgrade kit to turn it from a Thunder Dragon into a Terra Sculpture. Also a few different upright. I think the Terra Sculpture also had adjustable uprights. Just a few different things that the Terra Sculpture had, but pretty much it was the same car as the Thunder Dragon and the Thundershot. And I think there was another one else, something else in the same family, but pretty much the same family of cars. The chassis, the gearbox, four-wheel drive system. It was pretty much all the same. So yeah, that started life as a Thunder Dragon. Then I turned it into a Terra Sculpture. Obviously has different wheels, because I got also an upgrade kit to change the wheel hubs so I can accommodate the CVS wheels that came originally with the Egress. I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, so I got the hub kit to put on. I think it's CVS or I don't know what the wheels are called now. So yeah. So that was originally a Thunder Dragon. So what was the second one I bought? I think it was the Toyota truck. Yeah, my Toyota Hilux. And you've got to remember, you've got to build these cars yourself. And also another thing, when you buy a car, it doesn't come with the radio gear. You have to buy the radio gear separately. It only comes with the car and the motor. You have to buy a battery and the radio gear separately. So the radio gear consists of the controller, the receiver, and two servos. Right, so let's get back to the truck. Yeah, I remember my mate bought a truck. He bought the King Cab, and he bought it from a place in Ewell, and it was such a good shop, so I decided to go there, because I bought this in Beatty's, and this model shop was much better, so I ended up buying this. Basically it's a sister truck to the Nissan King Cab. Exactly the same truck, same gearbox, same chassis, same everything. The only thing that was different was the body shell. And also with the body shell, you've got to paint it as well. That's something else, and put the stickers on it. But it was good fun. I do believe there was another difference between the King Cab and the Toyota Hilux. With the Toyota Hilux, it came with red wheels. As you can see, they've got white wheels, because I bought another set, and the front tyres were different. These are different tyres, because if you bought original Tamiya tyre, well, when it come free with tyres, of course, they used to wear out. They used to wear out quite quickly, so I bought more durable tyres for it. Right, so that's my Toyota truck. This one, actually, I missed this one out. Now, this one's a big truck, isn't it? Oh, that one's only two-wheel drive. It's only rear-wheel drive, that truck, by the way. This did not start life as a truck. This actually started life as a Vanquish. So basically the sister car to the Egress, which was the cheapest version of the family, because it had a plastic chassis, all sorts of stuff. It was pretty the same, but it was the cheaper version, the budget version, so you got all the cheaper stuff basically. Obviously I didn't have the body shell on, because I turned this into a truck. The reason why, because I bought these big fat tyres originally for the Toyota Hilux, but every time I used them, it caused problems to the gearbox. I think it kept on causing the gearbox to slip and kept on ruin the gearbox pretty much. So I had to take these tyres off. So what I did, I think it was one of the drive shafts, because the drive shafts were quite hard to replace on these things. So I turned this from a four-wheel drive car to a two-wheel drive truck, and it worked. This is I don't know. I bought that from the model shop and painted it orange for some reason, but I don't even know what that shell is. think it was a generic shell. I had to drill holes in it and everything. But yeah, that's originally started life as a Vanquish. I think it was the second car I bought, maybe, I don't know. I bought that from the model shop that my mate got his King Cab from. I think I bought that before I bought that. So I've covered these. Right, so my Madcap. Now this was an awesome car. This is the only car I took racing when I joined a racing club, radio control car racing club. Don't know where that was now. I only attended one race because these had more rules than a bloody Formula 1 race. I didn't like rules. Don't like rules where your car can't be this, your car's got to be, yeah. Now this thing was fast. I upgraded everything on this pretty much. As you can see, it's got super astute wheels. I put super astute suspension on it. Painted the body shell black. Quite like it in black. I think originally on the photos when you buy the box it was red and white, but I decided to paint it black. So this had the same gearbox as the truck, so it was rear-wheel drive, but I know the gearbox was pretty much the same. Obviously a different chassis, different layout, but yeah, this and this had the same gearbox. Yeah, and I really upgraded this. I put upgraded the suspension on it, the dampers. I probably spent quite a lot of money on this, on a lot of upgrades. Yeah, so this wasn't exactly a standard Madcap. After when I finished with it, I upgraded it quite a lot. I had loads of body shells with it. I had a racing body shell that I took racing. Obviously I had a different rear wing. Yeah, it was useless. All I remember, it was useless at racing. Obviously everyone else had proper, decent, I don't know, proper racing ones. When you buy these, this is just standard, you know. It's brilliant. I don't regret it. I don't regret buying these because it was a brilliant thing, brilliant to get into. I really enjoyed driving my radio control car, especially with my mates. We used to race in the streets with them. It was brilliant times. So this was my most expensive car. I do believe just for the car itself, I bought this in BT's. It was £250 just for the car. This one was quite expensive, probably the most expensive car I brought. This was the top of the range out of the family, and there was one down called the Avanti 2001. There was another one called the Avanti, but this was the top of the range out of them. I must admit the Avanti did have a nice body shell, and I did buy an Avanti body shell for it, or 2001 Avanti, and it was a really nice body shell. It had a nice, sprayed it blue, you know, it really looked nice. I would say it much better looking than this one. This one was pretty ugly, but yeah, sometimes it didn't fit properly. That's the only thing about the Avanti one, it didn't fit properly on it. This one had a carbon graphite chassis. That's probably why it was so expensive. Yeah, full drive. And this one I upgraded them, and I put a really fast motor in it. I remember racing my someone my mate knew, and he had a petrol car. I raced it with this. Guess who won? This did. But the only problem is the battery only lasted about 5 minutes. Probably not even that, because of the power of the motor, the four-wheel drive system. Yeah, that one didn't last very long with the batteries. Yeah, so that's my regrets. But yeah, probably one that I do regret buying actually, because I didn't use it very often because it just didn't last. The battery just didn't last. It was just no fun. But it was fast. That's the only thing. It was really fast. I think I used this one more than that. Even that one didn't really get used that much. That was just knocking about because I just wanted to upgrade it to see if I could do it. But the truck I used quite a lot. Used the truck, but that one I didn't. That was just like a experiment. But I didn't use that very much. Once again, I don't think the battery lasted very long because of the big tyres. Yeah, but you know, I did sell that one to my mate actually. I did sell that one to someone else, sold that one to someone else, but these two I kept until I emigrated to America, and then I sold these dirt cheap. I meant dirt cheap. I think I sold them for about £20 for both of them, so £10 each I sold them for, which I absolutely regret. I absolutely regret selling these cars. Really do regret it, because I really enjoyed them. Then I just, like everything, you just get fed up with them. You get fed up with things and you just sell them. Yeah, so this is part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, the radio controlled cars ain't going to appeal to everyone. But that was just one of my interests I had back in the day. I had quite a lot of interests. You know, it weren't just computer games and computing with me. I had a lot of interests, and I think this was one of my big interests for about the early 90s, which I really enjoyed. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.